It was a Thursday, like any other. Students went about their day, classes were in session, lunch plans were being made. Then, the unthinkable happened. Gunshots, panic, chaos. Florida State University once again became the scene of a horrific act of violence. A lone gunman, later identified as a student, opened fire. 2 lives were tragically cut short, several others were injured. The motive remains unclear. The investigation is ongoing. What is clear is the devastating impact of this tragedy. A campus in mourning, a nation grappling with yet another senseless act of gun violence. The shooting took place near the Student Union, a bustling hub of campus life. It was just before noon. Students were going about their daily routines. Some were grabbing lunch, others were studying or socializing. In an instant, everything changed. The sound of gunshots pierced the air, sending shockwaves through the campus. Witnesses described scenes of terror and confusion. Some ran for their lives, desperate to escape the gunfire. Others sought shelter wherever they could, barricading themselves in classrooms and offices. The air was thick with fear and uncertainty. The echoing sound of sirens served as a chilling reminder of the tragedy unfolding. The police response was swift. Sirens wailed as law enforcement officers from multiple agencies raced to the scene. The campus was placed on lockdown. Students and staff were ordered to shelter in place. Frantic messages were exchanged between loved ones. The situation was chaotic and terrifying. Every passing minute felt like an eternity. The university, in the immediate aftermath of the shooting, focused on communication and support. Updates were shared through official channels. Students and staff were urged to follow the instructions of law enforcement. Counseling services were made available. The priority was the safety and well-being of the campus community. However, the process of healing from such a traumatic event is far from straightforward. As news of the shooting spread, parents and loved ones frantically tried to contact their children. The agony of uncertainty was unbearable for many. Social media platforms became lifelines. Students used them to share updates, offer support, and seek information. The digital world became a space for collective grief and solidarity. This tragedy has left deep emotional scars. Students and faculty are grappling with shock, grief, and fear. The sense of safety and security on campus has been shattered. The healing process will be long and difficult. It will require support, understanding, and resources. For some students, this tragedy has brought back painful memories. Those who have experienced gun violence in the past, whether at school or in their communities, may be particularly vulnerable. The trauma of this event can trigger flashbacks, anxiety, and fear. It is essential that these students have access to specialized counseling and support services. The impact of this event extends far beyond the FSU campus. It has reignited the national debate on gun control. It has also highlighted the importance of mental health resources. This tragedy is a stark reminder that we must do more to address the issue of gun violence in our society. This tragedy is a painful reminder that gun violence can strike anywhere, anytime. It is a deeply rooted societal problem that demands our attention. There is no easy solution, no quick fix. But we cannot become numb to the recurring cycle of violence. We cannot allow fear to paralyze us. In the wake of this tragedy, there have been renewed calls for stricter gun control measures. Advocates argue that we need to address the root causes of gun violence. They call for comprehensive background checks, bans on assault weapons, and red flag laws. They believe that these measures will save lives. Opponents of stricter gun control argue that these measures infringe on the Second Amendment rights of law-abiding citizens. They believe that the focus should be on mental health and school safety. They argue that we need to do more to identify and support individuals who may pose a threat to themselves or others. The debate is complex and emotionally charged, but it is a conversation that we must have. We owe it to the victims. We owe it to ourselves. We owe it to future generations.